There we go. Hey everyone, welcome back to Mail Time. We totally haven't done this before at all, and everything runs fine. It's perfect, in fact.
Yeah. Well, we got there. That's the main thing.
Exactly.
We got there. So
exactly. People can hear us and look at this. I can do this and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Technically, we got there, which is
We're not going to waste another hour doing this, luckily. So that is good. So hi everyone. I'm of course Chesh from Chesh Breaks, and I'm here with Matt. And Matt, you are from the Australian Trading Card Association.
correct.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that before we do any of
Oh, yeah, we'll quickly get through my little intro, I guess. So, yeah, my name is Matthew Payne. I founded the Australian Trading Card Association last year with the idea to kind of help bring a platform for the hobby to come together to, I guess, for events with as a body opposed to an individual, and there's a lot to speak about that after Mail Time, and some huge things that are going on, which is going to change the face of the hobby in Australia, hopefully for the better. But some epic stuff. Been working very hard in the background with some major players in the event space, and this is a game changer. So definitely hang around to hear about that, because we are going to have 4 major shows in Australia in 2021. I also have the Michael Jordan Australia trading card Facebook group that has gone bananas in the last kind of week. Put a little bit of time and effort into it, and it's going good. So yeah, really, really pumped about that. So anyway, let's more importantly, let's get on to your Mail Time.
to Mail Time, and then we can maybe give away some Jordans.
Yeah.
And maybe crack some product, and maybe I'll crack a beer.
Oh, I might go play some pinball
Oh, look at that.
in the back.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's cool.
Space Jam. Seriously cool.
What else would you expect to have in the background? What other pinball would it be? It had to be Space Jam.
Adam's Family?
I can't afford that.
It's a great pinball, I'll tell you, like, going back in the day.
So for those that don't know, Chesh, your PC is...
Larry Johnson. Yep. Larry Johnson is my main PC, backed up by my man Carson Edwards, who's been dropping some nice points and then dropped a 0 in 3 minutes the other day. It's rookies.
More importantly, did you have a pair of the Converse?
Of these?
Larry Johnsons?
I absolutely did, yeah. With the silver and clear gel.
Yeah, the gel. They looked to be like the Jordan 8s, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, they did actually. Very similar. Yeah. Especially, like, I think it was cons basically trying to be like, well, let's try and not copy it, but let's try and copy it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so I jumped in on an auction the other day and I spent like $60 on Larry Johnson's. I will mind my P's and Q's.
Yes.
But one thing that I'm going to say is...
teasers up there, I think, as well.
The person that I bought these off, and I'm putting 2, 3, 4 cards at the back, which make me very unhappy that these weren't top-loaded by themselves. And you'll see why when we get there. Because one of them is slightly damaged, which my blind eyes can catch. And makes me very sad. But I'm sure it'll still grade mostly okay.
Well, if they're for the PC, it's disappointing, but they're in the PC.
Exactly.
That's a big thing.
The problem is that I already had a copy of this in my PC, and then I got this one because it looked so much cleaner, and I was like, that's the one I want to grade and put in my PC.
Yeah.
And I'm still probably going to grade it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what do we got?
We'll start off with some of these front row and court sides. So anyone that doesn't remember about courtside were like basically a brick. Is the way I would probably say. They were a set of cards that were brought out around the 90s. They were all trash. Nobody wanted them. Some of them had like a signature that you could pull out of it. I think it was like Alonzo.
Is that like a Chris Webber style like era?
Yeah, pretty much. Just a little bit earlier. Just before. But I think there was an era where they did some Chris Webber stuff.
So we got the Larry there. That's
So we've got a front row Larry here.
How's the guns on that?
I know, right?
It literally called Johnson's gun.
Yeah.
Guns.
Well,
there we go.
So Johnson was known as being beefcake.
He was a beefcake.
Just absolute beefcake.
Him and Alonzo coming at you. You're gone.
Yeah, exactly. One of the big things that people might realise is that there's very good parallel between Larry Johnson and Zion Williamson.
Sure.
And it's a comparison I will always make. And then as soon as I do, somebody goes, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. Like it's, kind of scary, and hopefully Zion looks after himself.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Now I've seen them in the boombox. Yeah.
Yes, they are in the boombox.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Jay Fool. He's killing it, and yeah,
There should be more of them coming out, right?
I hope so. I know he put a lot of work into it, so yeah.
Pretty sure that Jay's probably going to be in chat going, yeah, there's more coming out.
How many LJs you got in your PC, man?
You know what? I haven't counted. I have 206 or 208 Carson Edwards now. And I'd say LJ probably nowhere near that, to be honest, because a lot of the Carsons are like doubles and parallels. I'd say maybe about 40 to 50 Larry Johnsons at this point. So getting there.
Yeah. And guys, we've got the comments up, so feel free to jump in with any questions any times, and we'll do our best to get through them.
I mean, you will, because you can see.
Yeah, I can see it. You're blind.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I'm blind as a bat.
But I got your back.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's why the pinball is there, because I use my echo.
Yeah, like a dolphin.
Like a bat. Oh my god. The joke was blind as a bat, not blind as a dolphin.
Don't they have good sonar type echo?
That's the echolocation.
It's relevant.
Wow. You're a jerk. So this is from the courtside set. I really do, as much as these were like the cheapest cards out there, because you bought them as literally a brick of cards, I really did dig the design on them.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I really liked them. Speaking of nice design cards.
Damn, that's a nice little suit he's got going on there.
Absolutely.
Step into the action.
Like, oh, here's your early 90s, like, suit.
Someone's asked how many MJ cards have I got? There's literally thousands.
Yeah, I mean...
Literally folders and folders and folders. Like, I can see 6 folders right now and 3 tubs.
Yeah, Matt was literally pulling, like, stuff out of boxes, just raw out of boxes, not even sleeved. Just like...
We were finding refractors in mystery boxes.
Oh, there's a refractor here. There's a what? Yeah, it's just sitting here. Huh.
Yeah.
Jeez. So this was the Cool Tops All-Star. It was Tops, right? Yeah. Now, the back is nothing. Like, just the design was horrible. But I always love these All-Star
Those
cups.
tops are cool.
Yeah,
cool
I mean, there's a really cool Jordan one, right?
I wonder if I've got it.
I mean, obviously you do.
Obviously I do.
Why are we even discussing that? What is this one here? Oh, I love this team.
It's the collector's choice.
The collector's choice. Not even a checklist, but just like a pseudo Larry Johnson card, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what to
Oh, that's nice.
This is cool.
Any Dream Team card is really good.
Yeah, I absolutely love all the USA Dream Team cards. I think that they all just like, they really took the time to make sure they had the right photos.
Yeah, yeah. They're not like I'm clearly a Jordan fan, so typically my interest is around the 90s stuff, and I don't really get into the new stuff, and I don't understand Prism, and that's fine. Like I respect it, but the artwork and that back in, like, look at this big man on court. That is like this Thunder and Lightning. It glows in the dark. Mm-hmm. You turn the lights off, that thing's glowing. Like, that's crazy,
so
man.
Cool.
That's so cool. And you know, this captures that as well.
Exactly. So I think this was Upper Deck.
94. Yeah, it's Upper Deck.
Yeah, no, I was just trying to remember what the actual set was. It says,
Postman likes the pinball.
That's because it's a great pinball machine. Just want to make sure I'm still in the right vicinity.
Yeah, nice.
It's hard, especially like, when I do everything on PC, it's so much easier. Oh, yeah. Huh. Except that, like, there's usually a delay because of how YouTube run their streaming. It always has, like, I think 15-second delay, which is annoying. So another one of these cool USA cards. Then there's this one here, which reminded me very much of Behind the Glass. It's just a base. Just a base flare. But didn't have it in my PC. A lot of these are picked up for like $1. Once we start getting further down the line, you'll see what I really shelled out for when it came to the $60.
Larry Johnson.
Yep.
NBA Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Don't have one of those in my collection. Never seen it before in my entire life. So I decided to pick it up. Because one of the other things that I mentioned to people is we didn't get all of the sets here in Australia. People will tell you that we got everything, but technically speaking, it depends on where you're from. Like on the Gold Coast, trading faces on the Gold Coast at Broadbeach. Used to import a whole heap of different boxes and stuff. He'd actually go to America to source his boxes.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like the premier in Australia. So we've got some different Fleer ones here. They're just really nice designs. Again, they're just kind of like a bit of a throwback to like an era of basketball that is just lost to time. Like you won't see anything like this now because it's too plain and boring. But for the time, being a base card,
and Ryan's made a comment there about the rainbows, and I'm not here to hate on the new stuff and all that. It's just not where I'm at in my hobby and my journey of this stuff. But I don't understand this rainbow stuff. My boy JB Villa, he's all across it with his Kobe's. I respect it. I just don't understand it. And how many versions of the same card is there? Is there
I'm here to complain about the 40x versions of a single card, because I've got Larry Johnson Prism from this year's Prism, and I have, I think, 13 to 15 different versions now.
Yeah, but the fact they're still producing your PC player is pretty cool.
Well, yeah, that's kind of...
If you want a Jordan now, what are you getting?
Well, yeah.
What a good one that have been playing golf.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's kind of Jordan's whole thing. And look, I respect it. I do, but at the same point, like, people still want to collect Jordan, and it's like, I don't want to outshine the other players. Like, you kind of did that when you bought into the Hornets.
Yeah.
Your logic is flawed.
Yeah.
You kind of did that when you came out of retirement and played for the Wizards. Shh. We don't mention that. we don't mention the 12-point game.
He still scored 50 at the age of 40.
Yeah, he still did pretty well.
So just don't hate on my boy too much. That's an epic card.
Yeah.
Let's get it there for see. Yeah, you're going to show them. Now, who does that remind you of? There's a card... That is... I've got the Sean Kemp over there.
I was going to say, there's the Sean Kemp version, which is really cool.
That one of him dunking, that's obviously an illustration, but there's the Sean Kemp one with his foot up in the air like that, and that is just... Yeah, it reminds me of that. It's cool. Cool.
I think illustrated cards are one of the things that I would like to see brought back as like... a sketch thing like Star Wars do.
Yeah.
I think that's something that we could absolutely get, which would be fantastic.
You recall the comp that Upper Deck ran for the Draw Your Own Jordans?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. That's pretty cool. That would mean, imagine a kid and your design is a Jordan card.
Yeah, except these days it'd be like a kid wanting a Zion, not a Jordan.
Yeah, no, I get the way we are in time.
You're also not a kid, so... Hey... I give it as good as I get.
Yeah, fair enough. I'd still be pumped. I'd draw Zion.
No, I think doing it would be really cool. Getting like specific artists in as well, and doing a mix of like
there is some crazy stuff going on.
Like the Kid Reporter thing, right? Except Kid Illustrator. Yeah. Get some kids in, get some like well-known fantasy artists.
It has that stuff that Tyson Beck's doing.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Panini haven't like gone to Tyson Beck and gone, Hey buddy, your shit's really good. How about you come illustrate us some cards, some like to 10 limited, or even to 1, like 101.
Well, he's doing some stuff with like Culture Kings and stuff like that. But hopefully those guys that are doing these amazing things in the hobby do get the recognition and get picked up, and can do their art form out there. Like that's epic stuff. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we've actually got a sweet thing to show later about that actually.
So this is another Topps card that, for some reason, I just never had in my collection. Never. Just never saw it before.
Yeah, nice.
And I saw it and I'm like, it's a base card. I'm just going to buy it.
Liam's got a good point. And yeah, they'd be drawing my eye with Photoshop degrees doing better designs than Panini. Well, fair call.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, even people without Photoshop degrees, don't look at my Instagram. It looks horrible. But it was a proof of concept. And I still put it out there that, yes, it looks like first-year phenoms, and I don't care. Electric court kind of stuff needs to come back. Cord's in the way. Yeah. Cord's in the way. So this is Upper Deck Collector's Choice Top Scorers.
I have an issue with Collector's Choice.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
So Upper Deck obviously had the licensing to Jordan, for majority of the years. Mm-hmm. They clearly flooded the market with these bulk sets, these legacy cards, and they milked it for everything it's worth. And I took offense to that, I guess. Like as a diehard Jordan collector, I love the rare stuff. I love the base stuff, but the legacy sets and the collector's choice sets of 200 cards. Like,
you know what
they
I
just
don't
flooded it and
understand?
killed it.
I don't understand how Fleer did Fleer Retro, which was an amazing concept.
The best.
An amazing execution.
Yes.
And yet Upperdeck can't even get themselves in control of their assets enough to even do something like that, which they could have done. And then you could have had the Upper Deck Collector's Choice Jordan Golfing and the baseball one and all that sort of stuff as like special foils, and they would have looked amazing.
I just had a comment come through there from Jojo. I think that may... Yeah, there was some... remember was it
The cool
with the
comic
bird
artists?
one and the bird one? Yeah, Fanimation.
Yeah, Fanimation.
Yeah,
and they were supposed to all
rare. Yeah, Steve.
together.
Rare. Enough said.
Yeah,
thank you.
I imagine a rare reprint and a special foil.
I can't talk about rare cards. They're the worst.
So this is like a second year Larry, I think. Yeah, 92, 93. I think. Or was it 92, 93? It wasn't. Yeah, it was the second year. Anyway, substantially smaller Larry Johnson. How are we looking on light?
Good.
Good for everyone but me. So this one is interesting because this is the Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk.
That's an epic card.
Yeah, and it also it's because it has the Gatorade in the background as well. Which is not an error or anything. It's just like really pleasing, like weird shot. Like the framing of the photo itself is going up for a massive dunk. Is just the whole framing of the picture looks great.
Yeah.
Panini, just saying, look at this picture. Now look at half the Prism cuts. Okay, great.
Are half of the Prism stuff like staged photos where they're throwing that through their legs and stuff? Is that
pretty much.
like, are they in a studio?
Yeah. Half the Panini stuff looks like studio shots.
Sure.
Yeah, there's like
that's cool.
a tribute Ja Morant where he's just like standing there with a ball under his arm and carrying the hoop, and I'm like, does anyone actually think that's cool? That's like me wearing a greaser jacket at 42.
It's hard.
And don't get me wrong,
you turned up in one of them.
I'm an old rockabilly / goth, but still, I'm 42. I'm not going to wear a greaser jacket.
But if you're new to the hobby, that's what you know. That's what you're watching on TV. That's the era that you're in. They see old people like us speaking about Jordans. They're like, oh yeah, that's some dude that was okay, And then here we're slamming Panini. They go, well, that's my boy, But
pretty much. So we've got 93, 94 Fleer Ultra. Again, more base. Sorry, I know everyone's probably sick of seeing base, and that's fine.
Yeah, we don't have any fire Jordans to get through here.
No, not at all. We'll go a bit faster because I feel like we're using a lot of time. Hoops Draft. So this is just really cool design as well. Speaking of really cool designs, one of the things that I wish that we were getting back to were triptych perforates.
What? Yep, go again.
Okay, so a triptych perforate is a 3-player card, and they're all perforated in the middle.
Yes.
Right?
Were they designed to be torn apart?
Yes. Funnily enough, there is a Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and somebody no one cares about rookie card that's out there that's a perforate. Right?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Most of the grading companies will still grade simply just the Magic Johnson or the Bird based on the fact that they are a rookie card, even though they've been torn.
There you go.
Just as long as it's a good, clean torn. Yeah. But it's just like funny seeing like a PSA 8 of one of those, just like the Magic, even though it's been like the perforation, you've ripped through it. And it's like...
Permission to pull in a Jordan?
Absolutely.
Because it's relevant?
Granted.
So just to talk about those perforated edges, this is the Michael Jordan Nintendo card when he released the Chaos in the Windy City. So this was from a Nintendo magazine. It is an Upper Deck card, but this was also perforated and torn out. Mm-hmm. Now, what's funny is this card has the perforations along the edges, but when we look at edges, it's got a 9.5.
Mm-hmm. Because it's a perforate.
So yeah, at least they think of that.
More NBA draft stuff. Was this the NBA draft one? No, this was just the regular NBA one. Talking about staged photos.
Do we know the odds of hitting a scoring Kings? I'm not good with the odds stuff.
I made a post about it 3 months ago. So if you go back through the Chesh Breaks group, you'll probably find it because I stole it off, I think, Jay Fuller. But yeah, who I think might have stolen it off another group.
Most of it is.
Yeah.
Is Jay Fuller in the house? He's probably working.
Probably. It's a really cool die cut.
I'm going to do a quick post in the group to get the boys in.
So this is a die cut. And again, just one of the cards that I saw that I really wanted. Now we're getting into some of the stuff that if you're ever going to send me a package, you wanna actually put into top loaders. Okay. Because if you don't top load it, I'm going to be really unhappy, and I'm going to try not to swear on this one.
Yes.
Because we have a child watching.
Potentially we do.
But so the first one we're going to do is we're going to talk about this Michael Jordan's Flight Club.
Oh, yes.
Now, I already have one of these. I do. Again, in pretty poor condition. I haven't checked this. I'm going to assume that the top left corner, like most of the Jordan flight teams that I've come across, have been not great. And if I have a look... Actually, surprisingly, the corners on this one are mostly good, except for the bottom. Bottom left's a little ragged. Yeah, so these were cool because they just had like the minimum amount of foil on them. And they weren't just like overbearingly foil, which is nice. Wrong button. That's the one I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, great.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, so Michael Jordan's flight team's really cool. It's all about dudes dunking. Like, what more do you want out of your insert set than, like, it's flight team, it's about dudes dunking. Cool.
Yes, cool. It's epic.
Absolutely. So this was one of the first round draft pick cards. Technically speaking, not really a rookie card as such. This was from, I think, the Topps rookie set. Still kind of treated as a draft card or a rookie card, which is nice. Then we have another Supreme Court. Again, multiple Supreme Courts now, just because I really love the design. This and the famous nicknames are the two best ones, which mirror each other. They're very much the same card when it comes to the background, that like hardwood. The other version, the famous nicknames, has it on the left side instead of the right. And I just really like the card. Now, this probably isn't going to show up on camera at all.
Oh, what is that?
But this... Yeah, draft picks. Limited edition of 99,000. So limited.
Just look at that. Let's see if we can get that up there. That's probably going to be able to see that. That's a beautiful card in hand.
It's a beautiful card.
It's like a hologram, but it's not. It doesn't change like the holograms do.
Yeah. It's like a. Yeah. It's like almost like a flat foil hologram.
Yeah.
Which is weird, but it's the type of card that you never send me unless it's in a top loader.
Yes.
Because especially with anything hologram or holofoil, which this is a holofoil, they're very, 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 very not easy to keep in good condition.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of, we'll go to this one first. Speaking of not great to keep in good condition, one of the Prism silvers, which I'm a big fan of. I actually didn't know this was a silver, to be honest.
So I didn't even know that Larry went to New York.
Yeah.
Where else did he go?
That was it.
That's it, okay.
Yeah.
What about Muggsy? Did he go anywhere?
I don't know. I didn't follow Muggsy.
Does anyone PC Muggsy out there? That's all we want to know.
Probably. And then a beam team, because...
Dude, that's sick.
Again, the other beam team that I got was pretty much not destroyed, but it just wasn't great.
Do you have a couple of these, or is
this is my second one now.
Second one.
Yeah.
Have you been chasing the members only?
I've been trying.
Yeah.
They're not easy to get a hold of.
Yeah.
And one of them I saw was actually graded at like a PSA 10.
Yeah.
I'm not paying $1,000 for a members only.
Oh, is that where they're at? As a 10?
That's because
the asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not where they're at.
Yeah.
That's somebody going, maybe somebody will come along and buy my whale card.
Yeah, that's right. But there's a lot of that going on at eBay, and it is you. The phone. All right, so is that mail time done for you?
No.
Oh, damn, we got more stuff. Shush.
We'll try and get past this one
my bad.
a bit faster. Upside down. More stuff that I bought on Facebook option.
Hey, do we want to, while we got the crew in, do we want to, before we go to that second batch, maybe do the first giveaway? Would that be a good time?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me.
All right, guys. So if you want to be part of this giveaway, so we've got 3 lots of, well, we're going to do 23 cards, but you can't really divide that by 3. So I did 3 lots of 8. So for the first giveaway, now every lot's going to have it in your face because we'll talk about that later. But giveaway 1. Oh, there's 2 of the same card. Let's get rid of that. Can't have that. There's 9 in each one. Cool, even better. All right, so guys, have we got some? Can we get some comments there to see that we're in for the comp? Yeah, there we go. Liam's in. Liam, you could be the winner. Just you got to get. So what's the format that we're doing, Chesh?
So each lot is going to have 2 questions, and you'll need to answer both of the questions correctly.
Both of them? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So is it first in, best dressed?
First and best dressed. And I'm going to say that you can't answer more than once on a single question.
Okay, so it's one go, and we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Now, we've got about a 7-second lag or something, so we might have to be a little bit patient between the comments coming up.
I'm sure we can do that.
All right.
All right. So, first Michael Jordan piece of trivia is... Michael Jordan once recorded how many triple-doubles in 11 consecutive games?
So in 11 consecutive games, there was triple-doubles.
Triple-doubles. Because we all know how Jordan is the GOAT and no one can ever beat that.
Wow. Let's see. So, all right, how many consecutive triple-doubles over 11-game period?
Yeah. Okay. So it's 11 games?
Yep.
And how many triple doubles?
Oh, within the 11.
Within those 11 games.
Okay, so we've got an 11. No. Are we saying no?
I was going to wait.
I'm going to wait? Okay, we'll wait a couple. Okay. That may have been a little... I may have jumped the gun there.
You did jump the gun.
Okay. I'm new to the giving away.
That's fine.
Oh, no, I'm not new to giving, just in this format.
Yeah, in this format. Exactly. All
right, there's a few others coming through. All right, let's keep going, guys. We haven't hit it yet. I don't know. Have we hit it yet? I'm spoiling it.
I can't see it.
Okay.
So...
No, we need a couple more guess. Oh, damn.
No one's getting it out.
No.
This is hilarious.
All right, maybe we can re-jump in on the answers. Or do we... All right, let's have another go, guys. No one's hit it yet, so...
All right, we'll give them another chance.
Another go. Reload, team. Just don't pick one of those ones.
Remember, it's 11 games. How many triple doubles?
So obviously the middle game he bombed out on or something and then came back and got good. Dane, if you think Jordan's record was 2 consecutive triple doubles in his career, come on, bro.
2.
All right, Liam, I think we've got a winner.
Liam got it?
Well, on my yeah. All right, Liam's got it at 10.
Right, 10, correct.
10. All right, let's hang on. So that's good work, Dave. Good to see you have a joke with us, man. That's good. So Liam's got the first question. So guys, we got. What happens if Liam doesn't get the next question?
That's what I was about to say. Like, how are we going to set this up then? Because
damn, you come unprepared with the questions, boy.
Man,
I bring the product, you bring the question. Let's go with it and see what happens. Let's go with it. Liam, we need you to come through with this one.
All right, Liam, for a game in 1990, Michael Jordan didn't wear 23. Instead, he wore what jersey number?
Come on, guys. We know this one.
Everyone should know this one. This one's historic.
Can I say Sam Vincent, or am I not allowed to say that?
I mean, you just said it.
Oh.
You know.
I'm not good at that. All right, what number was it? The story was that the jersey was stolen before the game.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's jersey was stolen before the game.
Oh, Dane's jumped in with a correct answer of 12. Ooh. And we can verify that with... We're still on the overhead, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe we could go to... Oh, no, can we go to the normal other camera for this? That doesn't matter. Okay, so there he is, guys. The Sam Vincent Orlando Magic card, Jordan in the front there. Doesn't really look like Jordan, but it is. So he's wearing the 12. So that means we've kind of got to go to a tiebreaker.
Yeah, we'll go to a tiebreaker. Why not?
So this one, we're going to hope that we're not going to run out of questions. We've got 3 lots of these. We didn't really think in Orlando. Yeah, good work, Dane.
You know, I think I've got the perfect question.
Go.
In Space Jam,
Next question.
everyone's favorite movie, and this is for the tiebreaker for you two only. Which character did Michael Jordan portray?
I think I know the answer to that.
Really? Do they know the answer though?
Who did Michael Jordan play in Space Jam?
Don't say it.
Someone say it. All right, we need Liam and Dane to come through with this one.
Come on, Liam. Come on, Dane.
Boom! They both got it. But Liam's comment has popped up first. All right, so great question. All right, so Liam gets the biscuits. Oh, yes, Liam does get the biscuits on that one. So, Liam, hit me up, Matthew Payne on Facebook. I'm sure Chesh will put some link in some description somewhere.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's part of your Jordan group.
Are you, Liam, are you part of the Jordan group? Let's see. That's probably why you're here.
I absolutely sent him an invite to the Jordan group, so
He's one of your boys, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the first giveaway, guys. We've got another 2 of these to go. Bill Murray, Dane, you're close on that one.
Bill Murray.
All right, let's keep cracking
It's funny
on.
because that's a quiz question that I saw, and I'm like, I'm not going to include
Dane, we'll get you on the next one, brother. We got you, man. All right, let's just get some of these up there for fun.
How are we looking on the light situation, by the way? As we're starting to lose room.
Do we want to turn on some
I'm thinking so.
overheads?
So somebody might remember Flair Showcase from the Jordan stuff. That I bought those 3 Jordan Flair Showcase to get graded. I bought them at like $35 a pop. I thought it was a pretty good deal. But yeah, so we have a Larry Johnson Flair Showcase. I really like these because it's just like kind of the simple foil background with a really nice front. This, I didn't ever get my hands on any of the EX stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. So you are part of the EX club?
Sort of. But not.
You can join. You can be in it.
With my Larry.
You can.
Okay,
Hey,
great.
Bring Larry. You're in, bro.
Larry's in like Flynn.
Yeah. Why not?
But I saw this and I had to have it because it's just gorgeous. And again, it's a card that I've never seen.
Yeah.
Like I've seen the Jordans floating around, but I've never seen a Larry Johnson floating around.
Yeah, no, it's epic,
So I was
man.
just like, oh, okay, great.
And in the Knicks, though, do you feel okay about the whole Knicks thing?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
I'm fine with it. I know that some people were like, my favorite player went to another team, and it's like, yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of going back to Charlotte, though, I did pick up another Finest with Protector on. That was part of a group of cards again. So I think this is my second Finest with Protector on. So, you know, can't complain about that.
So more value with the coating?
Yes. So the coating makes it about 3 times the value of a normal because everyone just peeled them. And when you peel them, you essentially are damaging the card, whether you like it or not, even with the mysteries. One of the cards that I was hunting forever when I came back in and was starting to recollect were these absolutely, and you probably have a Jordan of this actually.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's actually part of...
Stunning.
Can I show that as well? Can I show it side by side?
Yours is prettier though.
So mine's the gold. This was the first slab I ever got.
Oh, wow.
This is the first Jordan slab I ever got. So that's really, it's not very valuable, but... And the promo auto of this, damn, that's a nice card.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. I think this is all... Okay, so this is all from Tom. So thank you very much, Tom. And I'm just going to move this out of the way.
That's going to grade like a 9, I reckon, as well. So maybe I should put it in a thing.
You probably should, yeah.
They just found this lying around.
Yeah, just laying around in a box. So the next lot of cards comes from Tom from the Cherry Group. This was unexpected because I bought 3 cards of Tom and did not expect to get a pile of amazing Carson Edwards. So we've got a base optic. We've got a just some Chronicle stuff. There's actually 4 of these Crown Royale base Carson Edwards in here, which I'm not going to take them all out because that's time consuming and I don't want to waste any more time, which is amazing. Then there is, go with this one first. So we got a purple prism.
Jojo's freaking out about the scoring kings. We're good.
And then we've got this gorgeous green prism. Speaking of the different prism colors that are out there.
Oh, you're one of them.
Not really.
You're caught up in the hype.
So we've got base prism.
So that is in a studio.
I assume so, yes, because it looks very much like a staged photo. I mean, who back passes like that?
Oh, there's a clip of I can't recall his name actually. Yep, done.
Yeah. Anyway, and here is one of the red waves.
One of like
Ruby Red
and one players that made it into the NBA. There's a clip of his like top 50 plays ever. If someone knows who was that and one player guys that made it into the NBA, a white dude, unbelievable passing skills.
A white guy who made it into the NBA
from and one. Remember there was the and one street team? And that was kind of like the Harlem Globetrotters, but a new version of it.
All I'm thinking is, I was about to say, all I'm thinking is like a bad Harlem Globetrotter.
No, they were awesome. That was awesome. Anyway. Started the street ball.
Yeah. So also in this group was a base obsidian, which is fantastic. And mind you, I wasn't aware that any of this stuff was coming up. I got 3 cards that I'll show at the end.
Professor. Yeah, did Professor play in the NBA? Maybe.
We've got a black box, which is just it's a pretty card. And here's where the craziness came in, where it was just
Big Adam checking in.
Hey, yeah, this is the craziness where it turned into me just going, "You gave me what now?" Because Tom just threw in a whole heap of like really cool stuff that I was not expecting.
Thanks, Chris, for the clarification. So that was one of them.
We've got this absolutely gorgeous parallel Carson Edwards, silver.
Another studio photo.
We've got this awesome on. I think it's on card, isn't it? Yes.
Jojo, you're probably right. I probably got it wrong. It wasn't Jordan, so I don't know.
So fantastic auto. Then we have a blue parallel.
White chocolate passed behind his back for a living. Nice.
Which is one of 49.
That's nice, mate. These are some nice cards.
It's going to get so much better. So to 25, we have the Noir Celtics
Wade,
logo.
welcome. That's nice, man. That's nice.
That is so... And
it's a beautiful card.
This is part of the 3 that I actually bought from this.
Yeah, and it goes to show that, there is some beautiful cards, currently. There's some awesome stuff. There's just a lot of the base stuff. Maybe mightn't be where you'd want it to be, but there's some beautiful designs out there. That's 16 out of 25. That's pretty cool.
So this is 75.99. This is absolutely gorgeous. Raining Nights.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like Noir is just a
nice
great
auto.
Just such a sexy set. And out of 5,
here we go.
Which is the card that I wanted from all of this. The Nike Jumbo patch to 5 Carson Edwards.
Now that patch, that's Nike. That's the swoosh.
Yeah. It's also 4 of 5. Carson's...
Oh, so it's 4 of 5 and it's his number.
It's his number on his jersey.
So that's the goal with numbered and patches and stuff like that. Any numbered card, you want to replicate your player's number.
Yeah.
And you've done that with probably the best style of...
coolest
if you've got a Nike patch, you want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's epic, man. Congratulations.
So, I was pretty stoked. Like, that's all of that for $65. Like, I really scored. Tom's such a lovely person.
Yeah.
But that's what this hobby is about. About giving.
Yep. Yep, it is. 100% it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, next.
Do you want to go to the other camera?
Yeah, we can do that. Everyone knows. There we go.
All right. There we go. That's a bit well. Did we want to maybe touch on the Australian Trading Card Association, what we're doing, and where where it's at the moment? So, guys, I kind of touched on in my intro. And I'll go back over it now for the new guests that have just tuned in. So I founded the Australian Trading Card Association late last year with the idea to create a platform and a body that we as a country, as Australia, can go to suppliers, spaces, or as a hobby, I should say, can go to these suppliers and spaces and negotiate a better platform for us to all enjoy the hobby. Now, on the back of that, my first port of call was I didn't want to run this as a Sunday event in a local church. I didn't think that was going to get the hobby to where we wanted it, and that's probably where a lot of card fairs, they're going through small, and that is awesome. And the Australian Trading Card Association is here to support those things and to support the smaller hobbyists out there and the people having a crack. And like the Card Couple did one, the ACT. We backed them. We endorsed that event. We met some great people through that, and I think it was a great success. So the Australian Trading Card Association is definitely here for the mum and pop style fairs, card fairs and things like that. But on a bigger stage, I went and approached the Melbourne Convention Centre with the goal of renting 2 bays there and to actually put my balls on the line, I guess, and see where we could get this hobby to go, with the idea of introducing sponsors and things like that. Then, funny enough, through that process, I was actually introduced to Comic-Con. Now, we know Comic-Con as probably the biggest touring event in the world. Mm-hmm. Is that you're in that space a little bit?
Generally speaking, well, okay. So previously, Oz Comic Con was owned, operated by Reed Pop.
Correct.
That's now changed hands. So Reed Pop are still doing PAX, although they just fired a whole bunch of people. So let's not get into that one. That's sad. But Reed Pop separating themselves from the brand and Oz Comic Con being brought by somebody else is a great thing, because it means that it's now standing on its own. And yes, I believe that now it's technically the biggest convention, because PAX is basically no longer exists. It's all online. And even when PAX comes back, this is actually bigger, because it's not just like video games. It's covering everything. It's Oz Comic Con for a reason.
Yeah. So I guess the exciting news is, guys, that Comic-Con have come on board to support the Australian Trading Card Association and support us as a hobby, and given us the opportunity to have floor space at Comic-Con. Now, this is an event that over previous years, pre-COVID, I guess, has had up to 40,000 people attend over the weekend. So we've got a little basketball court for shoot-arounds. We've got a little stage for guest speakers to come in.
Oh, great! I can show you how much I suck at shooting. Yeah. I'm so rusty.
And the stage will be doubled as a seating area for while the talks are happening, and when the talks aren't happening, it's going to be a shoot-around for giveaways for the kids. And maybe dunk comp, or who knows what we'll do. Have a lowered ring for the challenge out there. But it's 3rd and 4th of July is the Melbourne event. The goal is then that we'll be running Sydney, Brisbane, Adelaide. So this is a huge thing for the hobby, and it's gonna. And I guess I myself are trying to change the hobby for the better. A lot of people said, Matt, you can't do this, you can't do it. And I'm just saying, well, you've said that now, so now I have to do it. And just coincidentally fortunately I came across Comic-Con. We had some great chats. We're still negotiating through the finer details, but it is at the point where I can speak about it publicly and release it to you guys out there. And once this gets up and running, we just need to back it. We need to support Comic-Con, because this could be the major card show, or 4 shows around Australia, and it's up to the hobby to get around it and continue it. I can't provide a better platform for the hobby to kind of get around this. So it's huge. It's super exciting. We want to have things from. I'm going to turn it off. We've got to have the
just notifications.
I don't know how to.
You're so not technology.
So I guess what we're going to have major sponsors there. There's some really exciting people that we're speaking to get that. We want to have the major card stores from around Australia get involved. We want to have trestle tables there of major collectors, and it's not just basketball. It's Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Pokemon, it's
Magic the Gathering.
Yep, it's anything. It's any trading game or trading card is welcome. So over the coming months, I'll be reaching out to all the different genres of cards and getting them to get involved, because we want to have everyone represented, and we want to be able to turn up with a backpack and some money in your pocket and dig through cards and find some rare stuff or just some stuff that you're really proud to take home to your PC. And we want to turn this into the national for Australia. That's the goal, and if Australia can have a presence of a card event like the National does in America, and now that's a huge call. It's a huge call, but we've got a great platform, a great opportunity. We've just got to get around it and support it, and this thing will be bananas.
I'll be there to dig through for Larry Johnson's.
Yeah, well, the goal is we want to have tens of thousands of cards, and some of the guys in the hobby have some unbelievable PCs, and they're not just Jordan. We've got some really cool stuff out there. So we're going to have member showcases and get the chance for people to have a look at some of these cards in hand. And we want to reach out to artists, such as Tyson and there's some of these other guys out there, and get them in. And we want to represent all parts of the hobby, even like the investors and, the collectors, the flippers, the breakers. Now, we all have our opinions about all this stuff. That's
Flippers
fine.
are ruining the hobby.
That's your opinion or whatever, someone's opinion. But we want to get that.
My opinion.
No,
I'm a flip.
we want to get this. We want to get this everyone represented in the hobby, so that maybe we can learn a little about it. Maybe we can understand it a bit better, see where they're coming from. But if you're in the card world as a supplier or a shop or a breaker or whatever, the networking here, like we want to speak to PSA, we want to speak to BGS. Imagine if we could get PSA over to do raw card grading at the show.
Even HGA?
There's so many out there, and a lot of people have reached out to the Australian Trading Card Association, and check that out on Facebook, guys. And if you are someone that knows someone, or shoot us a message, and we'll work through that, because we want to support locals first and all that, but we also want to get some of these big names in there as well to legitimize what we're trying to do. Yeah. So, yeah.
And I imagine that they will have, special trader badges, not trader as in public trader like you're trading cards, but trader as in industry people. Usually with these events, you'll get a pass to an industry event, which means that there's usually industry parties that happen where it's a networking thing. So you get to go along, have some finger food, hang out with some of the best and brightest, not just from Australia, but also international guests. And Oz Comic Con is a big pull for you because it means that you do have access to those international guests.
Yeah. So yeah, and
given COVID,
it's a little bit it's a little bit scary, all that stuff. But I'm attacking this full head on, and I'm going for it. Yes, I understand COVID exists. We all do. It's spoken about a lot in the meetings and stuff like that. However, there's action plans on how to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
But super exciting, guys, for Australia as a hobby. I'm super proud to be bringing that. And there's still a lot of work to do it, but and that's why people like Chesh have jumped on and supported me from day one with this stuff. And I'm really proud to have teamed up with people like Chesh and other guys in the hobby, just epic dudes. And one thing I do want to say is that definitely there's a huge part of this wants to be Beyond Blue for men's mental health will definitely be represented in a big way with this. There's a lot of us guys out there, and younger guys and all that stuff, but there's a lot of middle-aged guys that have this nostalgia of cards that are going through stuff and doing their thing or whatever, that don't really have a lot of support out there. And there's been a lot of people within the hobby that provide this support. So I think that to have men's health represented in this is a major thing, and for guys to know that they have the support out there to lean on each other, and we've all got each other's back, and whoever's going through the shit, we're all there for each other. So that's really exciting, and it's a big part of the hobby, and the support of everyone, the love for everyone.
Don't mind me, I'm reading chat.
You're going through chat, yeah.
Okay. I was just I'm actually watching us, watching you, watching us, watching you, watching us.
Weird.
Just to make sure. And the stream stopped, and I freaked out. I'm like, oh no, it's just because YouTube crashed and then reopened. And I'm like, we're good. But the other point I want to bring up is if you are a content creator, touch base, whether it be with me or whether it be with Matt or whoever else is working on this or having ties with this, especially if you're a content creator, because there are opportunities for content creators at these events all the time. And I want to make sure that we are represented. That's one of the reasons why I reached out to Maddie when I found out about it, because at the end of the day, content creators are a thing in Australia that don't really see enough coverage from anyone. Whether you are a breaker / content creator or a full-on content creator, because I know there's a couple of guys out there and a couple of kids that like to bust product for people on YouTube, and they get like 10 views. You know, I'm no different. I get like between 10 and 100 to 1,000 views. Like even with my magic stuff, you know, I get a couple of thousand views if I'm lucky. Awesome. Because Australia is a small little island, but there isn't a whole lot of, I'm going to say, camaraderie between the content creators, and I want to see more of that stuff, which is the reason why we started Mail Time in the first place, is to get content creators, breakers, people within the hobby, store runners, etc. in. And Liam, actually, in regards to that, Diggers should be opening their card shop within the next month or two, depending, but Diggers is coming to Sydney. I know that for a fact because I've been following Diggers for like a year, watching them set up and then getting screwed by COVID. So there is going to be absolutely a trading card store in Sydney that's not just Magic the Gathering. They are absolutely focusing on NBA and sports cards. So bear that in mind. Just saw it and had to say it.
Great. Well, I think that kind of captures definitely the trading show. And guys, make sure you get around the Australian Trading Card Association, because in these early stages, that is the leverage that I'm going to these meetings with, and and representing and say, look, guys, we've got a following of X for this, and it was legitimized by the members of the groups and stuff like that. So especially when I approach some of the major sponsors, I can't go there as Matthew Payne. I have to go there as the founder, the chairman of the Australian Trading Card Association, and represent us all in those talks. Now, that's pretty nerve-wracking, but I'm hell-bent on making this legit. So guys, get around that Australian Trading Card Association page and give it a bit of love and a bit of support, and get it out to your friends. So good.
The way to support this is when you see the information come out, share it with your friends. That's pretty much, word of mouth is the biggest. No PR company will ever tell you that word of mouth is the biggest thing you can do. Word of mouth is absolutely the biggest thing you can do. PR companies want money from businesses to get the word out there via really bad, outdated advertising strategies, which grew, and trust me, it's a thing. I've been doing this for years. But word of mouth is the most powerful thing, especially in such a tight-knit community that trading cards, especially NBA, NFL, AFL, and all that sort of stuff, we just need to band together and support things like this. If you don't believe in this, that's fine. That's fine. You do what you do. But we're going to try and make this a whole thing. Try and make as much noise as possible, because this is a thing that's exciting and is big for Australia.
And guys, you know what? Australia's been through it. Like, we've all been through shit, and Australia we've got some of the best collectors in the world. And we deserve to have our own place in the world with this. So I'm going to do my best for you guys to make this happen, and I know you guys will support me back. So Adam's had a good question there. How can you get around to support it? As we mentioned, jump onto the Australian Trading Card Association Facebook page. There'll be a link in the description, obviously. Yes, there will be.
Of course.
Yeah, we'll get that in there. So, guys, we want to get around that. Just smash the like button. Follow Chesh. Chesh and I will be doing a lot of content about this. We've got some epic ideas.
Some interesting Jordan ideas.
That could involve a rookie giveaway. I don't know.
Just it could involve, just bury it.
It could be a Jordan rookie giveaway. I'm saying it. So, guys, get around it. Anyway, let's stop banging about. Let's do giveaway number 2.
Sweet.
Let's get into it.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Go the overheads.
Very, very clear as I go.
So, guys, who's ready for that giveaway?
The overhead. Yes, that's probably the right thing to do. There we go. Okay. Overhead. Alright, so this is a quiz. It has 2 questions. You must get both questions correct to win this prize. If there is a tie, or if somebody doesn't get both questions correct, then we might be throwing a stupid piece of trivia that no one cares about. Because whatever.
We need a tiebreaker. Do we need to bring the comments up?
Yeah, we do actually. Yeah, thanks. I mean,
I'm tech
you can
support.
just bring it up on your phone.
Now, we got Jojo good, we got Ryan good.
Yeah, so
Liam where's Dane? We need Dane.
Yeah, where is Dane? Spam that chat with 23.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just come up with a little spot. I am actually good at this. Yeah. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
After 10 years of doing video content.
Hey, when we turn the mic on, we're the best.
when we stop the cameras from lagging for no particular reason because of an encoder setting.
Adam punching out the 23s. He almost gets a point just for that.
All right, here we go. So, Michael Jordan has an extreme phobia of what? It's going to be a really interesting one because I don't know if anyone's actually going to know this. Again, this was one of the useless facts that I actually already knew.
It's weird because I have the legit same phobia.
I'm so happy that we haven't talked about this yet and that you've accidentally already spoiled what it is.
No, they don't know what my phobia is.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I know his losing. That's not a bad answer.
It's technically correct, but it didn't really have a phobia about it. He just refused to lose. It's completely different.
Oh, Wade.
Wade snaps it.
Damn. Wait for that to come up on your screen. Damn. Oh, Adam got in there first. Oh, just by 1 second. Wow. At 27 and then... Oh, okay. So, well done, guys. You're both right, but Adam, you get the berries on that. And the ocean, Jojo, very good.
So basically open bodies of water. He's fine with the pool, which is actually kind of interesting because recently he won...
He's fishing.
A fishing competition.
What was his boat called? Let's save that one if it's a tiebreaker.
Yes.
Due to drowning when he was younger. Very good, Wade.
Due to his childhood friend drowning when he was approximately 9.
Yeah.
And then due to when he almost drowned at the age of 11.
Have the boys got Google open? Because that's crazy.
Must do.
Well done, team.
Yeah. How many points did Jordan score in his entire career? I'll give you a hint here. The first number is a 3 and the last number is a 2. And no, it's not 32.
Okay, so how many points in his career did Jordan score?
Yeah.
And it's got a 3.
It starts with a 3 and it ends with a 2.
Ends with a 2. And there's got to be 2... I'm saying 2 more numbers in the middle.
Well, I mean, there's
3 more numbers in the middle?
There's 3 more numbers in the middle.
Sorry, of course, he didn't score 3,000 points. It wasn't 3,000.
That's awkward.
I misspoke. Okay, we've got one in from Chris. 32292.
Correct.
Good Googling, Chris. Chris, did you Google that? Which is fine. Wade's coming through with it. You're allowed to Google it. It's fine. It's fine. Not many people would know that.
How do you want to do this then? Because...
Okay, so we're going to go to a tiebreaker for... it was Adam and Chris. So the tiebreaker for this lot. We've got some more lots to go, guys. So... Chris Nobro got the... nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so tiebreaker.
Yeah.
What is Michael Jordan's boat called? So Liam and Chris, we need you... Adam. Adam and Chris, we need you boys to answer that one.
I was going to say Liam's already won.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm going to say it was Bodie McBodieface. And I know that that's absolutely incorrect.
Okay, it's not right. So Adam and Chris, wasn't it?
Ooh, is it Anchors Away?
Yeah, that's why I got the anchor tattoo now. Catch 23. So it's coming through loud and Chris gets the berries by 1 second. Same, but it's come through on top. So we're gonna have to get one to Chris.
Yep.
So congratulations, Chris. These lot of 9 Jordans are yours. 100% a Google. Well done, team. So Chris, hit me up. I assume you're in the Michael Jordan group. So hit me up, bro. I'll get these out to you. So that's Liam has got a pack. Chris has a lot. We've still got more Jordans to give away.
We do.
We also now have, I guess, my cards to go through.
Mm-hmm. So we might do that first and then do another gift?
Yeah. So can we go to the overhead?
We can.
When you get a chance. We're still on that, I guess.
When I'm just tucking some cards away.
Catch 23 is a sweet name. There's the Catch 23 cards as well, isn't there? There is.
I think so, yeah.
There is. Alright, so what we're going to do, we'll just get some stuff out of here. Now, I'm just going to throw some stuff there, just so the guys know, there's some fire coming in that. But, what I want to start with is this. So
I'm assuming that's the 91-92 Upperdeck hologram?
Yeah. Okay, so the reason why, now I clearly know this isn't fire, I get that, we've got some epic cards here and underneath, but I definitely want to touch on, I guess in the hobby, it doesn't matter what fire you've got, you know, like you can have a $50,000 card and that is unbelievable and congratulations and stuff like that. But I definitely want to, you know, this in your face card, Chesh, is my first Jordan card that
Is that the reverse dunk?
It is, it is. And there's an error version of that. I have about 100 of these cards. I don't have an error. But
You don't have the error.
no, I'm
Weird.
I know.
I thought that would have been like, I'm going to grab the error, like get a graded version.
Yeah. Well, but this sheet here represents, I guess, the nostalgia of collecting for me. You know, these are the cards that when I flick through my Jordans, I've got, you know, autos and some sweet refractors and, you know, I've got the Thunder and Light. I've got some epic cards, but they're cards that have come into my life recently. When I go through my, you know, if I had a rough day or whatever it may be, and I sit down and I might have a beer and look through my Jordans to kind of get a bit of peace and meditation, these are the cards that bring me the happiness, you know, and I think that's I think that would ring true to a lot of collectors. You know, you might score a big man on court, but it doesn't have the same feelings that, you know, an in your face, or if this is the most iconic Jordan card, one of the most iconic action shots ever of Jordan. You know, it's a base card, but it's epic. And quite often when you see those posts on Facebook, you know, what's your favourite Jordan? You know, what's the most epic Jordan? Some of these base cards are coming up, and I think that really captures the hobby of where the true collectors are. You know, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
I think part of it is where we all came into the hobby.
Correct.
Right? So, like, how old are you?
37.
Okay, so you're 37, I'm 42. We probably came into the hobby around about the same time.
Yeah. Well, I was 7.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, ish.
I was an old man. Great,
Yeah.
thanks. I was old even back then.
Yeah.
But the point that I'm making is that a lot of us came into the hobby at around about the same time, and it was probably on the back of the hype around Jordan. Even if you don't think it is. Like, for me, it's Larry Johnson. But I can absolutely tell you that all of my friends were influenced to get into basketball, which got me into basketball because of Michael Jordan.
Yeah, it is undoubtedly the impact that Jordan... So, and we've seen it all in The Last Dance and stuff like that. What Jordan did for the hobby is just, you know, is insane. So we know that, we accept that, and Jordan is responsible for being the GOAT. Cool. Let's... I'm going to put some of this fire aside. I just wanted to make sure people thought I wasn't just showing base. All that, but I will jump into some cards now. So I'm going to start off, guys, with my favourite. These are my, you know, when I pass away, this one's in the left pocket and this one's in the right. So these are, how do you pronounce these? What do you call them?
Triumvirate?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Triumvirate. Yeah, people call them triumvirates and stuff like that, and triumvirate. I think it's actually a Greek word. Now, these are both a PSA 10. There is 2 other versions of these, being the Illuminator and the Illuminescent. These are the base ones, but to me, I've always loved these cards. Now, to be a PSA a 10, well, when we grade a card, as we know, we're grading corners, edges, surface, yeah?
Generally speaking.
Yeah.
So when they don't have them.
So typically a card has 4 corners. Now this has 58 corners that had to be graded, and to achieve a 10 is insane.
It's almost impossible.
So, you know, that is an epic die cut. And now, for those that don't know, this actually is part of a set that is so cool. If I can get it lined up kind of thing there. So I'll put that there so it bumps it up a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, just use slabs to prop.
All right, so we've got the Pippen, and then we've got the Jordan and the Rodman. So that makes the word Bulls.
Which is why it's very cool.
That is just so cool. You know, I love that. I think it's really special. It's from 1997. Topps did some amazing card stuff.
They did some great stuff. They were one of the best.
You know, if we look at the die cutting on this, if we can kind of see that, you know, the lightning is die cut out there. And again, to have this card in a 10, you know, imagine a kid pulling this in 1997. And something to having the knowledge to actually put that aside and save that.
It's funny because I've heard stories about a couple of kids who have done that, and it just blows my mind that, you know, one of them was saying like he put some of his collection at the top loaders, not knowing what they were because he didn't have any, you know, didn't really grow up around other kids because he was a military kid like myself, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like that's very interesting. But kind of always in the back of his head, like as the hobby changed and the screw downs kind of like were taken out of the hobby and replaced by like top loaders and one touches, he was mindful enough to like, oh yeah, I've got these cards that I probably should take out of these screw downs and put them in something else and protect them. Yeah. And he has some like team bag Jordan die cuts. Yeah. And he was just like, I'm never going to grade them, but I know that they'll grade well because I really looked after them. Yeah. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, other stuff he just trashed.
Yeah. Before we touched on the 2013-14 Flair retro stuff.
So gorgeous.
So, as we know, they did, I think it was like a 50 card set of the Flair retros, and it was generally based on the most iconic cards from the Jordan era. Now, I only have a few of them. Some of the boys out there have significant collections of these.
One of the best insert sets ever.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of the boys chase the 9.5 real hard, and hats off to them and congratulations to those boys and to anyone that got in early on this stuff. Congratulations.
Anyone who got that stuff, really.
Yeah, you know, and some of there's, you know, I'm meeting some of the younger guys out there, you know, and just recently I've run some sales and that, and some of the boys I'm meeting and girls, you know, I've met some lovely girls as well. So, but there is genuine collectors out there in the hobby that, you know, they're grinding it out and they're burning the candle slowly to get through this, and they are chipping away at it, and congratulations, hats off to them. You know, they are investments. I don't see these as they are investments, but they are for the love of the hobby, and is why I do this stuff. And you know, some of the generosity out there and the giving and all that. And, you know, the way I came across this card was one of the boys within the hobby, you know, a true character. He came over for a drink one night and to look at cards and all that. And on the way out, he just threw this at me and said, right, we'll talk later. You know, and it stayed with me for a little bit, and then we did a deal on it. But that was purely because he knew my position with Jordan and how I felt about it. And it was almost like a little test that he came over to make sure I was the right person to be the custodian of this card. And to have, obviously we know that the true PMG green and reds are some of the most sought after, expensive, iconic Jordans out there. To actually hold a PMG retro, I know it's not the real thing, I get that, but this is still epic, you know, and it's probably the next best thing to having the original. So that's really cool. Now that's the Scoring Kings.
So the other question is, like, so with this, the Flair retro set, was it just Jordans? It wasn't, was it?
I believe it was.
Right.
I believe it was.
Yeah, that's why it was so hard to chase.
I think it was his top 50 iconic cards.
Yeah, because I was like, I was going to say, like, I've not seen sealed of these around anywhere. Yeah. You cannot get them. No. So that says to me, like, the entire set would have had to have been Jordan. Yeah. I missed this set, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think most people did.
Now, are we on the Jordan Jambalaya? It's probably one of the most beautiful, in my opinion, the originals are the most beautiful Jordan artwork and artistic work, and, you know, the textures of the cards and the slight, what do we call it, like opal almost in the background and that. Now, we know that the original Jordan Jambalayas are a super expensive card.
Super expensive.
A lot of people, they don't come up for sale almost ever. People know that how rare they are, how beautiful they are, and they don't sell them. So again, to kind of be chasing the retro version of it and to actually get one through an absolute gentleman of the hobby, it's epic to have that. And you know, to be able to have a jambalaya of some description, even though it's a retro, it is cool. You know, it's really special. And this is more like, the value of these, I don't go Googling the value of these and that. I Google to make, I check the how safe they are in my collection. I would never sell these things, and these things will be passed down to my son. Now this, the power in the key.
Which, by the way, I just found out there's a Larry Johnson power in the key, and now I'm like,
you get off eBay. Get off eBay. Come on.
I'm totally gonna get one.
So, and then obviously we've got the Flair legacy stuff. the Flair, Legacy Row 0. So, has any of you guys got any of these retros? Give us a comment if you do.
Jojo Fu says, "Jesus, Matt, this collection is beyond fire now."
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
And you're right. Like, okay, so James Stogie says nostalgia is a beautiful thing, and that's what these cards invoke. Exactly, and that's why I went back to like the whole Larry Johnson, and some Carmelone, but there's a whole thing there about his when he was younger.
I don't think they'd hear that on the microphone, but that's funny.
Wow.
Can we go to the overhead, please? I can kind of see it here. All right, so I can see it down there. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show my rookies, I guess. So Jay Fuller is a legend, a lord, a king of the game.
Oh my!
Yeah, so that's a PSA 8, and I was fortunate enough that he helped me kind of with the deals on these things. And that 8 is a nice 8.
You're gonna be very careful.
Yeah, so it's really, I'm very fortunate to have these. I did have another one that was a little bit yellow, which I sold, but these things are going bananas, as we know. So a really good, if the rookie card itself is getting a little bit hard to, a bit unattainable now because we know what's going on in the market, this is definitely a good spot to be. Now these are going bananas as well, but if you can consolidate, we talk about collecting, I guess. Are we better off to have 1,000 $5 cards or two $2,000 cards?
Actually,
or is it the mix, or
there's
what?
A trap to that.
Yeah.
So the explanation here is if you're an investor, you want to be firing off at one big card.
Yep.
If you are interested in the hobby because you like cards and you like a certain player, getting as many of that player as you possibly can, understanding you're not going to walk away with that amount of money that you put in, potentially, is fine. When it comes to Fleer 86 and 88, investing in the stickers because they're cheaper than the actual base cards is a really good idea. Especially now, they're hitting big. They're not going to stop. You can't crack these out of booster packs. Technically speaking, you can if you've got a couple $100,000 for a box. It's funny because boxes of the 88 at the start of last year were actually selling about the $200 range at one point. And I really wish that I had gone in on the case that I found, but I didn't have the collateral to do so, which is sad because a case now is going to be way more expensive because people are realizing that these, you can't get them. They're not reprinting them. You're never going to get these cards again. There's not magical boxes coming out of thin air like there was last year with that whole warehouse find, which was, I think, was a whole case of 86. It's not going to happen. So now your only way of getting Michael Jordan rookie, a sticker, the Magic Johnson sticker, the Pippen rookie, the Charles Barkley rookie, the only ways to get those are either buying them raw and getting them graded and potentially getting ripped off, buying them graded, which is expensive, or magically finding yourself a breaker who has a box that they've sourced from a very reputable source, again, extremely hard, probably an auction site, and then paying top dollar just to try and break.
Hey guys, can we get a comment just to make sure we're still all good there with the audio and the picture and that? Just hasn't been a comment come up in a little bit. Adam, you still there? Cool. So yeah, guys, it's a beautiful thing to have a Michael Jordan rookie card in hand and to actually hold it and to touch it. This version is quite a nice card. It's got all good. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. So the subgrades are 2 9s.
Listening. They're just having fun listening.
Oh, that's good, and I like that. I just wanted to make sure they could still hear us. So here we have a centering of a 9, edges 9, corners 7.5. They don't. The bottom left is a little bit rough. Surface as an 8. So, but I don't need anything more than that. I wasn't, when I got this. The price on them were reasonable. Yeah. Now, it's probably gone up 5 times what I paid for it. Hey, there's Matty coming in. Hey, brother. To have a Jordan rookie, guys, is an awesome thing, and I'm very honoured to have that. And things like this, will be at the Australian Trading Card Association for people to get around. And we have to have some security. I'd hate to think the amount of money that would be, in that place. But I'm definitely going to be having part of my PC there for people to come and, just to, not many people get that opportunity, and I want to share that with them. So, guys, hope you enjoy that little story about that. Now, something else that this is really cool. So years ago, I went nuts on just collecting, I guess, anything Jordan.
You were one of those.
Yeah, I was one of them. I was buying 200 card lots to get 7 cards out of it.
This is a little bit different, and this is a little bit special. And because I'm hoping people can see it at home. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so this is a gridiron card of Santonio Holmes or whatever. It's called a Platinum Influence. Now he's holding. I'm going to try to hold it still. You can't really.
It's not really going to go through.
Well, you can kind of see the outline of it anyway. So it's a gridiron card, and his Platinum Influence is the Michael Jordan rookie card. So that is really cool. It's a Flair card. But yeah, something cool, guys, for anyone that has, base PC or whatever. That's a really cool thing to have. It's, it's a gridiron card with a Jordan rookie in it.
Jordan rookie in it.
That's epic.
That's
epic.
The thing. Like, I looked at it too, and I was just like, I can't believe he's just like manhandling this Jordan rookie, like, for this photo.
Is it in? Hang on, it's okay. It's in a one touch, so
it is in a one touch. It's good, but still.
Yeah, cool. So, guys, I also thought I'd show a couple of my autos that I have. This is a very special card to me. It's an autofocus Radiance. Now, there's different autofocuses out there. There's the glass versions, which are a beautiful card. Just trying to hold that so the glare's okay.
So that it autofocuses correctly?
Hey, I see what you did there. The auto on this is in a blue pen. It's in pretty good nick. There's actually a scratch through the auto. Beckett Autograph 10, but it's a little bit off the glass pane, but we all know that when you're at doing your license or whatever, it's a bit hard to say in there. But to have a card that Jordan has held in his hands is just unbelievable. Now, the subgrades on this could probably do with a cleanup and a regrade, and Lewis, my man, might be copping this, because we've got centering 9.5, edges 9.5, corners 10. That's sick. And surface 8.5. So if we could bump this up to a gem 9.5, that significantly changes the value of these by probably 5 to 7 times, I would have thought. And this becomes a epic card. The Jordan itself is it's almost a 3D standoff, and it's a really awesome card and really nice to have.
Tape just says, will the LeBron card get to this level, do you think, Matt? I know it's not Jordan rookie.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to...
I don't... So LeBron's... If anyone tells you LeBron is the GOAT with the amount of time LeBron has left, I'm going to tell you no. I'm going to say it's going to come close.
I'm going to say it's a conversation, and they're 2 separate conversations. Because... Look, I love Jordan. I respect LeBron. I respect all parts of the hobby and the NBA. I'm not a huge NBA fan. I'm a Jordan fan, and I'm a Jordan collector. I have recently got into watching the basketball and stuff like that purely because I'm trying to keep my finger on the pulse through the Australian Trading Card Association and making sure that I'm up to speed with where it's at. But as far as if you look at the impact Jordan had on the game in the 80s, early 90s, when he went, the Dream Team went, and it was kind of the passing of the baton, the change of the guard there, where Jordan kind of took over. He was a world famous icon. He was world known with no social media. He was probably the most famous face on the on the planet of the earth with Michael Jackson and Mike Tyson, the Michaels all stepping up.
3 Michaels.
And the impact that then what his shoes did, because not only was that a basketball thing, that was a hip hop thing, that was a cultural thing.
It was super integrated into culture.
So, Jordan's impact on that is undeniably epic. Now, obviously, Jordan has moved on, and LeBron is now doing his thing for the hobby. Will his cards get to this? Well, it's really interesting to see, what a LeBron sold for 1.8 million. Yeah. Now, I don't recall a Jordan selling for 1.8 million. Now, he's not yet. So it's with the LeBron card, I just want to say, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's, what did the Giannis sell for?
Too much.
But was it 3 million? Am I wrong in saying that?
I don't think it was 3.
Or was it one? Maybe that was 1.8 million.
That was the 1.8. Was
maybe that was 1.8. The LeBron. And then there was talk that he brought it himself. But maybe that was 1.1 million or whatever it was. So will it ever get there? I'm not sure. Is it already there? Maybe. But for me, this is where it's at.
I think it still has room to move.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like an investment side of things, there's actually a LeBron triptych rookie at the moment that's sitting at like usually about a couple of $100. It's I think a Topps Atomic or something. It's a 3-player perforated triptych card, and that's selling for like next to nothing.
Yeah.
I think it's 2002, 2003 Topps. You know what? Let me just bring up the actual name.
You saw that. I'll go through this one. So I was holding this over for a little bit there where Chesh was talking. So this is a gold bling auto. This was the first auto I ever purchased. And it's a really nice card. We've got centering as a 10, edges 9, corners 8.5, and surface 10. So I don't know if that's worth a regrade, but again, that in a 9.5, would it really affect the value? But I'm not too, the stress of sending this off for someone to open and kind of go through that process would be too much anxiety for me. So yeah,
wait times on grading at the moment is ridiculous. I mean, as I was saying before, I have some Larry Johnson rookies, some MJs, some Magics that are all out for grading at this point, and I'm not going to see those for like 6 to 8 months or maybe more.
Yeah. So in my hand now, I've got the Upperdeck signatures. This is a 4 of 45 9.5 with we've got 3 9.5s and corners that are 9. So this is a great condition. The auto itself is beautiful. It's nice, black and bold, and just for anyone that didn't know, when Jordan signed his name, we're going to get this into the camera right. That kind of is right. Okay, so when he signs his name with the M, it actually, and LeBron has taken this on, it forms a 2 and a 3. So he signs his name with a 23. Now, LeBron does the same thing, which is maybe a mark of respect or something to this. But yeah, I think it's really cool. And me having an M in my name, guess what I do?
The 23
I just slip a little 23 every time I'm at the bank or something like that. So yeah, really, really cool.
Here we go. 2003, 2004, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Topps Matrix. I think that's the one that I was fawning over. Yes, it is. Yeah. James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. Yeah. So keep your eyes on that because, I mean, yeah, just seems like a really, really solid, cool LeBron rookie that's just everyone's forgotten about. Anyway, continue.
Yeah. Great. All right, so these cards aren't exceptionally valuable, but they are beautiful cards. Now, we know that the PMG green and red are some of the most expensive cards out there, and there's a whole discussion to be had about why they're all altered and stuff like that, and why they're still selling for almost $500,000 in an altered format is crazy. So we know that when those sales, I keep saying we know, but I assume we do. I know anyway. And I like to say as the Jordan world, and I'm trying to, maybe if I can educate a little bit, then that's great. I don't know everything, obviously, but I like to share. So this card, as we know, is the Metal Universe 1997 base card. Now, this is probably the most expensive base card out ever for a Jordan. Well, not the rookie, I guess, if you call that a base card. It is a base card. But this is a beautiful card in hand. The artwork on it. So this is going, back to that 90s era where the artists had the liberties to actually do this stuff. And this is an amazing picture. Jordan soaring through the universe where the ball is almost like the sun on fire. It kind of reminds you of that NBA Jam style feeling. This is a 9. I've got several of these, but yeah, a beautiful card in great condition and very good. And I recommend Finally a card we was our own. Jojo, yeah. I'll hook you up, brother. You hit me up, man. We're all good. Yeah, so if any of the collectors out there, this is a very obtainable card to get into your PC, and I would strongly recommend it. Every time these PMGs sell, these do jump. So it would be a very good investment. For a couple $100, you can get one of these. You don't have to buy the grade, buy the card, buy it raw, buy it whatever, but this is a very good card, and strongly recommend if you're looking to get into graded cards or whatever, this should be a top one on your list to really get in there. Now, there's a couple of different versions of the Planet Metals. To me, this is the most iconic one, this die-cut version. It's a beautiful orange. Well, it's a universe, I guess. It is a metal universe. Exactly what it is. It's a
1998-99
Yeah. So it's a 1998-99 metal universe, Planet Metal #1. The grading on this is a centering 9.5, edges 8.5. A little bit dinged on the left edge, corners 9.5, surface 9. So this probably isn't worth a regrade or anything like that, and I wouldn't, because it is a little bit hacked up down this bottom edge. And to be honest, I don't regrade because I don't care. Oh, okay. Thanks, Adam. I've never sent a card off to get graded. Never.
Which blows my mind.
I've got thousands of Jordans. I've only been doing slabs for about a year. So your boy went hard. Your boy went real hard. But, I did that because I wanted to get these rarer cards. And it was more, if you were going to spend a little bit of money on it, it made more sense to buy them protected. Yeah. At least you know what you're getting.
Not just because... So there's multiple reasons to do that. The first one is trimming. Trimming was a big thing back in the 90s. It still happens now. You've got less risk of being ripped off by a trimmed card if it's graded. You're reducing the risk.
We do have another giveaway coming up soon.
Oh, yes, we do.
We do.
Oh, yes, we do.
This is a beautiful card. This is the 1998-99 Flair Electrifying #6. The grades on this with a centering 9.5, edges 9, 8.5, 9.5 on the corners. So this has a surface of 8.5. Now, we know that our Lewis is doing some great work working with Lane. Lewis is doing his appraisals and cleaning and stuff like that. This is probably a card that would warrant to be cracked open, or for Lewis to review to see if the surface is a cleanable surface issue, because when these cards are sent off, PSA grade what they get. So if there's a fingerprint on it, there's something, they ain't getting their little things out and cleaning that. So this could be as much as a fingerprint, and that could affect this card value by up to 3 to 5 times. And I know that because I was looking at buying a 9.5 and it just wasn't. It didn't make sense to me when I could get the 9 for a much better value with the potential of it going to a 9.5 if I was to ever go down that path, which I'm generally not. Yeah. Because, to send a card off like this to be broken, busted out and regraded would be a stressful thing to get it back in 3, 4, 5, 8, 10 months.
Yeah. Between 6 and 10.
Yeah, and this card, for me, as my job is an electrician, so anything electric I kind of like. Yeah.
Such a dog.
Yeah. Well,
it's fair. I'm still going to call you a dog.
That's okay. I'm happy to be a dog. So let's have a look at this one. So this is cool. So this is a non-licensed 1984 USA Olympic basketball Michael Jordan co-captain gold winning team. Now this is probably a $5 card. But it is so cool.
It is very cool.
And this is where the collecting Jordan is a tough PC to have because the price point. But there is so much low-level stuff that you can enjoy. You don't have to spend 30 grand on a card. You can go spend $500 on 300 cards and enjoy it to look at with your mates and talk about. You're going through your folder. And you can talk about cards for hours, and we're kind of doing it now. And that nostalgia, imagine you have a beer with your brother or, water or whatever it is, with family, friends that you caught up from school and you're talking Jordans, and you can almost take, it's something like music or a smell, it takes you back in time. And that is why this hobby is such a beautiful thing within Australia and the world. And Australia is now coming along to be a world thing. So, and I think these nostalgias have a big thing to do with that. There's more disposable income out there. there's guys that have got a bit more time through COVID or whatever it may be. They're digging, they're pulling out folders and going, shit, this is cool. Jumping on, the Facebook groups, understanding that there's now a platform to buy these cards that isn't eBay. Now they're meeting people and going, shit, these are really good guys, and they become friends. Recently I just went over to Perth and caught up with Jay Fuller. And that was an amazing experience that was a full circle of journey to go from, I won a Jordan hologram off him, and then we just connected through cards, and he was a good support for me throughout the year with COVID and stuff. And it got to the point where I went over there and, went out for dinner and had a beer with him. And that was a beautiful, closing of all that, journey. So that was great. So where I got to, guys, if you can get your hands on one of these cards, get into it. It's cool.
It does look cool too.
It's cool. Oh, let's quickly... okay. So I actually didn't know I had this card. And, I'm not... Again, we don't need to just show fire because there's stories to every card. Now, this is a NBA Hoops collector book. Yeah, it's cool. It's epic. So it's got some little fun facts. It's got some career highlights, the stats of him. Have you got your questions ready?
I do.
You do? Do you have your tiebreaker ready? There's the personal story about Jordan. A cool picture there. With Magic in there. Oh, should I hold that down a little bit? So guys, if for those collectors out there, jump on, check out my cards and eBay and troll through the $5 stuff, the $10 stuff, and buy interesting cards that...
And even the $2 stuff.
Of course. Well, of course. The 25 cents stuff, well, you probably don't get a Jordan for $2 these days. But, fill your PC up with stories and memories, guys. Don't go... If your PC isn't big, don't go drop $6,000 on a card. Go spend $2,000 on multiple cards and fill it with love and those memories. And then once you get to that point where you've kind of got that and you've got a couple of folders of it and you're good to go, then start investing in it. But I say that from the heart of a collector, clearly, and I think that's a really cool thing. Anyway, here guys, we've got a Jammin' with Will Smith Stay in School. What a sweet card. Now, for the sneaker heads out there, there's the Jordan 5 Bel Airs, which is an epic shoe. And I came across this, I busted this the other day. And it's really cool. What's that worth? Is that about 12 cents?
12 cents, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's cool. It's Will Smith.
It's not just cool, if you get that graded, it's just one of those things you chuck in your collection and you go, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so these are cool. These are cool. So the big man on court. This card is a very high frauded card. There's a lot, it came out, I think it was Taiwan or Malaysia. There was a lot of these getting around, and there is some telltale signs on how to understand that. But if you are ever buying this card has been verified to be real. A big sign is the angle of this cut on the N, which might be a little bit hard to see there. But if you are ever looking at buying a big man on court that isn't graded, or even if it is graded, because at some point out there's also fake slabs getting thrown around. So it's horrible. And, if you go spend a bit of money on this card, you definitely don't want to get a fraudulent one. So have a look, guys. Do your research when you are making investment. Stick to people that you know and trust, or, hit people up like myself or some of the other people out there. Everyone would be happy generally. And 99% of people would be more than happy to give you some comments or advice about that. But, awesome card. Kind of reminds me of graffiti, street art stuff. Being from Melbourne, I love that shit. So, really cool. All right, now, Thunder and Lightning. This isn't a card that you see too much in hand. Again, it's... This card itself on my Jordan group, I've posted a photo of this. When you turn the lights out, this lightning glows in the dark, and it's a nice fluorescent green glow, almost the same as your stars on your roof when you were a kid. That greeny glow. So a really beautiful card to have, and very honoured to have one of these. A couple of the guys, my contacts in America, There's probably only 2 or 3 guys in America that I buy off, and I trust them wholeheartedly, and they quite often will give me the chance to buy these cards knowing that they're coming to Australia to a genuine collector, and, you know, I get the opportunity to share these and show them to people as well. So really cool stuff there. Now, these things, Chesh, can we go to the big one on that?
This?
Yeah, just so I can see this. Now, guys, this is a custom card. Now, I'm going to try to show this, see if I can get this to work. Now, I can't recall the gentleman's name right at this moment. I actually am speaking to him to hopefully be able to get him to the, I guess, Oz Comic Con, Australian Trading Card Association card show in Melbourne. He is an unbelievable card creator. This is a custom Jordan card, but let me show you, and now you want to listen to this as well. So you want your, just bear with me on this while let me turn this up. Okay, guys, so if you didn't catch what happened then, so this is an AR, augmented reality card. I believe the front, does it stand off on this one? I'll stop on that. But that wasn't me playing a video on my phone. That was the card itself, that when you have a certain app and you hold it over it, it identifies it and starts to play it. So that's the card itself. Like, that is just insane. And congratulations. I forget his name right now, unfortunately, but maybe put a link in the description for that, because these cards aren't expensive, but, you know, when we look at what's happening in the hobby now with, you know, some of the newer stuff and the effort that goes into it, there is none. You know, we're taking studio photos and 42 versions of the same card, which is fine. It's just not my cup of tea. We've got guys out there, you know, that are doing stuff like this. And for a Jordan collector, now there's 50 versions of this, and I have all 50 of them. It's about 50, and each one of them, you can sit there and you know, and enjoy watching this. And it's something I'd really, if anyone wants or is interested in it, hit me up. Because this is just unbelievable stuff, and I think any diehard Jordan fan should have that. Now, let's do giveaway.
Yes, let's do giveaway.
Da-da-da. Now, what set we need to give away? Oh, I'll double check this. I better put my phone up again. We may have mixed some of these lots up, but that's right. I'll make good on that. I might add a couple extra. Okay, guys. So we're good for the next giveaway.
Give us a 23 in chat.
Yeah, smash the 23 in chat is what Chesh says. You got your questions ready?
I am absolutely happy.
Ooh, let's get that down. No one needs to hear me do that.
And now you want to listen to this as well.
You really are bad with the technologies, huh?
Oh, my boy, JB, you're in. Nice to have you on board, man. Chesh, there's a few boys here now. I hope your questions are good.
This will be interesting. Alright, are we ready for this? Thanks for the subs, by the way.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, so let's bust this out. So the rules here is, how do you want to run this one? The same as the other ones?
Yeah, maybe if we've got a few more, we might add a few extra questions if we can.
No, all right. Well, we'll work through some questions. We'll see how we go, and then we'll sort out the winners via who gets the questions right, apparently.
Yeah. We'll work through it.
Yeah. All right, so Michael Jordan, if he had have failed in his career in basketball, what career was Michael Jordan intending on taking?
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question. That's why I included it.
Because the obvious one mightn't be the answer. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, pretty much. Especially when, like, yeah, I'm not going to spoil potential answers because
Because of me.
hilarious. Yes, because it's hilarious.
All right. Have we got anyone? So we've got a couple. We've got a comment there. That's the obvious. People are googling furiously.
Furiously googling.
Electrician. He should have been.
Teacher.
Bone collector.
No, I'm the bone daddy. What?
Fine.
Goes with being an old rockabilly / golf.
All right, we might give this another couple of seconds, and then you might have to. I thought this was a tough one.
This is a tough
People
one.
can't Google quick enough. People aren't finding it what they think. So I'll put some tips out there. Baseball is obviously
A really obvious
one, which is. Well, I don't know. Have you fact checked this?
Yes.
You fact checked it.
Yes.
With the fun fact checking of Michael
Yes.
Jordan Association.
Yes.
Okay, great. I think you're gonna have to put him out of their misery on this.
All right, so I guess no one got this one. It was actually a weatherman. Michael Jordan was literally going to be a weatherman should basketball fall through, which is weird, but allegedly true.
That's real weird.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna need next question on that.
I don't know if they're going to get the next one if they couldn't get that one. Michael Jordan has one single tattoo on his person. Where is it, and what is it of? Or at least, where is it? Because if they can't get where it is, they're definitely not going to get the second part.
So Michael Jordan has one tattoo. If you can say where it is, you get partial credit. If you can name where it is and what it is, you get full credit.
Fair.
So, what have we got, guys? I said it was a Superman tattoo on his arm, and Chesh almost slapped me. Because that's clearly wrong.
And screamed at you, he's not Shaquille O'Neal!
Exactly.
Phone die.
Yeah. Oh, Adam. We could have a full Olympic rings. Good one. It's not the Olympic rings, is it?
No.
You don't want to get someone posting a picture of that and you being wrong here, and you'll be forced to give away 9 Jordan cards.
Look, I'm going to be honest. If somebody can Photoshop
Adam has a horseshoe on his chest. What's going on, Chesh? Top shoe. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so it is an Omega horseshoe, which is from his fraternity. It's actually over his heart, so I'll accept.
Yeah, I'm accepting it. Adam, you got that.
As full credit. Yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations, Adam, on that correct answer. Chesh, next question.
Sure. Ready for this one?
It better be good. It is good. I bet it is.
What shoes did Michael Jordan get fined for wearing in almost every single game?
In every single game?
$5,000
Oh,
a game.
when he wore them?
Yes.
Well, okay, so when he wore a particular shoe, what was it that he got caused him to get
what were
fined?
those
So it wasn't he got fined every game when he wore this particular one?
Particular shoes.
And now, could they be called the band shoes? They're known now as band?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Original black and red AJ1 sneaker.
Correct.
Bush, the postman.
So, back in the day, the NBA had a particular policy which was your shoes had to be white. If you turned up in anything else on the court that had any kind of colour other than white, which is not a colour, don't get me started, I'm an art major, you would be fined every time for wearing those shoes.
Yeah.
And it was just, he was like, these are my shoes, though. Like, I'm just going to wear them and wear the $5,000 fine. I don't care.
JB, thank you for saying that. It is Eros, and he's a lovely guy to speak to, and very happy to help out. So, guys, hit him up. Let him know that you got into him through us, and he'll look after you for sure. But we're definitely going to try to get him out to Australia for the Australian Trading Card Association major event in Melbourne. Just saying that. Okay, so we've got Adam again. He's going strong. Your boy's going hard.
Going hard.
He's going hard. So we've got Adam on one, and who else have we got there? We've got Postman Pat on one as well.
With a black and white cat. So it's between Postman and Adam? Is that what I'm getting from this?
I think so.
All right. I'm going to have to find another question because nobody got the Weatherman one. It sucked up my last one. Okay, you know, let's go with the fact. This will be fine. Hey,
I've got a little booklet of cards right here. I've got a booklet of facts.
Because then they'll find the fact in the booklet.
But has anyone got this booklet in their PC?
Yeah.
Has anyone got one? If you comment yes, I'll be impressed. All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay. What is Michael Jordan's birthday? Guys, what's Michael Jordan's birthday?
I was going to say what was the significance of wearing 45, but sure.
We'll get back to that. No, we will get back to that.
You know that one, right?
How did he get to 23 is the question. They tie in. Okay, that's good. I'm going to do a... Hey, Adam. What's Adam come through? Postman Pat is coming in. We've got Adam. Boosh, wrong. Postman Pat, these cards are yours. Now, congratulations. You've got the biscuits on that. So hit me up, bro. Send me a message. I'll ship these out to you. Let me know if you've seen any other cards that you wanted from these lots or anything like that, because they did get mixed up a little bit. Let us know, man. I'll hook you up to any of the other winners, and that. Let me know if there was a couple that you wanted or something. I'll send them your way. I've got quite a few of these different versions and all that. So Adam, he's blown out on the typo. That is unlucky. But we are going to look at a couple more cards. Or we're going to bust anything?
Well, we can bust it, yeah.
Okay, guys, this is, as I touched on before, this is the most sentimental sheet of cards that I own. I'm going to give these away tonight. Okay, so they're ready to go straight into your folder. But this is the Collector's 101. Yeah? So,
That's all right.
I'm joking. Chesh is out the door. He's got the 9 cards. Adam, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate your support with that. Let's bust some cards. Don't need to look at more cards. But can we go to the overhead for 1 second?
We can.
We'll just touch on a couple real quickly. Just a bit of a thing here. So guys, just another few epic cards. I won't take them out of the plastic because we'll skim over them, but the 1996-97 Skybox Premium Golden Touch, amazing card. Topps Chrome Champion Spirit, a beautiful card there. That's gorgeous. Very Game of Thrones-esque.
I was going to say it's very war era. Yeah, it's like propaganda poster looking.
8.5 net assets. That's an awesome card. You can see through it, so there's a lot of good die cutting going on with that card. Tough card to grade. We've got here. We've got a Class Axe refractor. Maybe the next time we catch up, we might have a chat about refractors and atomic refractors and what they mean, and why is there an orange borderless refractor, and what are those mystery cards with the black on them, and how does that work, and what refractor should I be getting? So this, if there's one card I'm ever going to send off, this is it. So this is it's a Topps Finest Masters refractor. Now this thing is beautiful. In my humble opinion, it is a 10. It looks perfect. It's 227 out of 289. So it's a numbered refractor. There is a die-cut version of this. There's obviously the non-refractor base version of it, but this is beautiful, and to me, it just looks like the perfect card. So that's a very special card to me. We also have a high voltage, being the Sparky that I am, the 1997-98 Hoops High Voltage. Awesome card. We can catch the light on that. Not really, but yeah, another sweet card. Rockstars Refractor. You know, these refractors are just... What's the equivalent to a refractor now?
I guess Prism Silvers? Optic Silvers? It'd be Silvers.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. My boy Jay, but he'll tell me what Kobe is the version of this. But yeah, this is a PSA 9 1997 Topps Rockstars Refractor. 1996, 97, 98 was an epic few years for Jordan cards. Some magical cards were kind of produced. So silver, the boys are saying silver. So thank you. I'm not in that world, so I appreciate the comments there. Push. Now, talking of silver, we are chasing a hologram out of this. Yeah, is that what we're doing?
That's what we're doing.
I have another few thousand cards to go through, but we'll save that. We don't want to bore the people.
So this
it's sealed 1991-92 Upperdeck Locker Talk or Locker Series. Yeah. So it's the Locker Series. This is a set of 6. My box of Ultra didn't arrive, so the Scoring Kings chase didn't happen. So we had to open something. So it turns out we're going to open some old school 91-92. If we get any Jordans here, happy to give away. So whatever we hit. Any Larrys, are you happy to give them away? No, you can have them.
He's got this look at my face like,
yeah.
Touch my Larrys and kill you.
You weren't angry, you were just disappointed. Alright, so we'll go through these relatively quickly, or is everyone enjoying themselves? Are we all good? Having some dinner, having a beer, whatever? Ooh. Don't bang the box up. I think this.
What?
Look at this. This is...
Don't open it from the top.
So these were designed...
to be a locker.
A locker. So this is cool, yeah? So, they're designed to be a storage for your cards. So this comes out and you store it. So really cool. The graphics on that, you know, are they the 6s or 7s? Who can... I tell you what, if anyone wants this box, let me know. I'll send it to you.
Me?
You don't count. But they're awesome. Are they the 6s or 7s, guys? Let me know. They got the holes in the tongues. I think I know what they are, but that's okay. Because I think I've got a pair right there.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so let's get into this, eh?
So there is one uneven pack. There is a 7th pack.
So is it whoever gets the most Jordans or the least Jordans?
I'm going to say whoever gets the most Jordans gets to open the last pack.
Okay. Now we have no protection.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh! Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to set it up with an art card, I guess.
So this is the series where Upperdeck decided to absolutely screw everyone over, and there is no alignment on the cards.
No,
but what there is each of these cards comes out in a window of 10, so as in as 1 to 10, 10 to 20, or whatever, from a numbered, and there's 3 per 10. So there is a chance you can get 3 holograms in one card. I've actually pulled 2 back-to-back holograms of the same card. Yeah.
Jason Williams.
So we could hit double Jordan holograms.
Jerome. Danny Ainge. Not getting love yet. Brian Shaw. We've got, Karl Malone. There's one of my boys. We got Randolph Keys.
Nice.
And we've got a Kendall Gill.
Kendall Gill, always good.
We've got Michael Adams. And we have another Kendall Gill. So I thought it was Karl Malone.
You got a Karl Malone? Cool. So where's our pile? All right. That's a... Who is that? That's a checklist. Rich King, Lang, Sally, Rick Smith, Willis, Walker. Who's that?
I can't read.
Marcialonis, whatever his name is. Reynolds. Then we got Coburn, Chapman, and Spencer.
Okay. So we got a worthy. Is he worthy of your love? We have John Turner looking awesome.
Yeah, looking slick.
Just regal. Hersey Hawkins. Ooh, that is missing. It's missing the top section on the UV coating. So we've got Eric Hard. Joe Wolf.
Damn.
We've got Boring. There's a Larry Bird. Clyde Drexler. We got Tom Turbot.
James.
Chris Jackson.
If there's a Jordan come out, it'll be snapped. Don't worry about that.
Elijah versus Ewing. And Gary Payton.
All right. So if we do pull a Jordan, guys, feel free to comment. First to comment snap will get the card. Okay.
Hungry hippos. Not a joke about me being fat,
We
thanks.
got a Victor, Ricky, Long. Oh, look at that. There's Magic in the foreground there. Larry Smith, Charles Barkley in a Sixers uniform. Kevin Johnson, he's everywhere. Mustaf Williams. Bang! There's the Jordan. First to comment, snap gets it. That's what we wanted. Get the snaps up. All right, Dennis Scott.
Yeah, you pulled the first Jordan. What the heck is that? Mark Eaton.
Who got it? Oh, Chris. He's got like 2 seconds, James. Sorry, man. He got ya.
Alright, so we got Mark Eaton, Mark Randall, Gary Payton. We've got Gary Grant, not the famous actor. Lol. We have a Todd Boring person, Tom Talbot, because of course we do, a Harvey Grant, just no Jordans, Paul Presley, we've got a Maurice Cheeks, Jack Haley, this is just not great, Terry Davis, and what's that, Tony Smith? Tony Smith.
All right, very good. All right, remember, guys, snaps is the name of the game. If you see one, you get it done, all right? So here we have a Willie Anderson. Patrick Ewing. That's cool. Hey, that Elijah one on Ewing's cool. Here we have a Caswell, whoever he is. Willie Anderson. Bobby Hansen. Killing it. What's that? Oh, damn. Okay, we've got the Jordan hologram. So, whoever can snap that up.
Remember the snaps? We got it. Lucas Gallen was in there with the first snap.
All right. Well, was it James that actually said that we were the ones looking like snap? Yeah, well, so James, if you want to send me a PM, man, I'll send you a hologram if you want one, brother. All right. So, 2 Jordans there. That's cool. What do we got here? We've got a Eric Murdoch, Ronald. Then we got a Alec Kessler and a David Wood. So
Last pack is yours to
last pack, bang. All right.
Because apparently, just like normal mail time, I can't rip a Jordan for the life of me. It's been a long-running thing. We bought a box of 1990 Hoops wax.
Oh, damn, look at that. That's nice. Yeah.
Cracked the whole thing, got 1 Jordan out of it.
Yeah.
Happened to be a Jordan at the back of the pack.
Oh, yeah.
Massive wax.
Yeah.
Just stuffed.
Billy
It's like,
Cartwright. Fred Roberts, Jerome, Dan, Williams, Sam Elliott, Kevin Vanderwedge.
Can we just call him
But yeah, Paul Pressey and Bo Kimball. Nice. So we hit 2 Jordans there, and they're going to be given away to you guys and that. So James, you hit me up with a PM, a direct message, whatever it is, and I will sort you out on that one. Did we want to do one last giveaway? These things.
So we're giving one to Lucas as well, because Lucas got in there first.
Did he get in first?
Yep.
Yeah. Did he snap first? Yeah, Lucas, you can send me a message. We'll get you one.
Because it was he snapped for the last one, and then he was the first snap for the second one.
Great. Good job. Good job.
So you'll both get one.
Great. There's Jordans going everywhere. All right. We got... Well, how do you want to do this one? I've thrown that on you. But the nostalgia pack.
Jeez. How do we want to give away a nostalgia pack? 1 second.
James getting the bonus right. I think that one will still be yours, Lucas. Don't stress. James, you hit me up, man. You know, I'll hook it with whoever wants. If you want one, you hit me up, man. I got you, all right?
We got you.
I've got plenty of them. Happy to give them out. Happy to send them for free. If you want, bunch of little Jordan lots, man. I'm happy to send them out to. If they're going to go to your PC, just never sell them. Don't make money off me. Just enjoy them, and I'm more than happy. I've got thousands of them. Literally more than happy to get some cards out to you guys. So we appreciate you guys watching and being part of it. All right, what are we doing, Chesh?
Right. You're stuck with us for this long.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Yeah.
But obviously we have to go because we're tired.
Yeah.
And I'm old and fat. Who am I PCing out of the current NBA?
Oh, that means they would have had to been here the whole time.
Yeah.
So we know he does LJ, but that's we're not talking about that. What is Cheshire's current PC? Or player? Who is it? He showed some fire. Carson.
Bingo.
Bang. Chris. You get the nostalgia pack. So
I've got his details.
Awesome.
Because he.
Can we go to the face cam?
Yeah, we can. No, we can't. Go away. No face cam for you. Oh, wrong one. This one. Big face cam. Whoa!
Cool. So we're going to wrap this one up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, guys, I'd just like to say, Chesh, thanks for having me on board and being part of this break. Really appreciate that.
Thanks
and part
for,
of, I guess,
for coming
the
on.
showcase.
I always said thanks for having me on, and I was like, wait, this is my show.
Oh, and if anyone is wondering, that is a J for Jordan. But that may be my son's name as well. So, yeah, my son is named Jordan.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
I know. So guys, I want to say thank you. Guys, make sure you get around this Australian Trading Card Association. This isn't about money. This isn't about gain. This isn't about anything for me personally. This is about the hobby. It's about getting the platform out there, and we need the numbers there to validate this. So we're putting the things in place with Comic-Con to make this an event. We could have 40,000 people walking through looking at this stuff. It's all going to be on show, so we want to make sure this is an epic thing. We want Comic-Con to keep supporting us. We want to support them. We wanted this collaboration to go really well, so it's a huge thing. Chesh, thanks for giving me the opportunity and platform to get on board to talk about this stuff. Even though are you playing Snake over there?
I'm playing Snake. No, somebody's sending me an offer and a Carson Edwards card to buy off them.
You need to wrap this up, and then you can get
You're wrapping it up.
Oh, you're part of it. But yeah, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. Thanks for the comments, and give Chesh a big subscribe and like and all that. Head over to the Michael Jordan Australian page as well. Give that a follow. There's heaps of fire going on there. Lots of love and support everyone in the hobby, and yeah, you guys are the best. So
exactly, and of course, mail time every Friday night starting at 6:30 p.m. AEDT. Where I rant and rave about something crap that was sent to me unpackaged correctly, and I rant and rave and probably swear way too much. Follow the group breaks, even if you don't want to participate in the group breaks just for content. Follow the facebook.com/groups /Chesh Breaks. Of course, subscribe here for YouTube. We really appreciate it. And just chuck us a big old thumbs up and a comment.
Yeah, do that stuff, guys. It really helps. Chesh is doing a big thing here, guys. He's having a crack for us all in the hobby to get this content out there. So support the people that are supporting the hobby, guys. Yeah, and whoever I offered cards to, won cards. We'll go through the comments and that. But don't stress out if I don't hear you. Guys, send me a message. I will hook you up. Yeah, it's all good. It's all love. So thanks a lot and have a great night and stay safe and keep doing Jordan things.
Keep doing Jordan things. Yeah, well, that's it. Keep cracking packs.
Yeah, do your thing.
And stay safe.